What up, YouTube? Quick question on his William Glory Hole. William, quick question for you. Well, a couple questions actually, but the first one kind of leads into the second one. First off, who the fuck died and decided to make you God?
Greetings, meatbags. Today we've got another call out for William Glory Hole and some more bad Neo Geo gameplay. Oh boy.
And while we can't speak for William, it feels like this is an easy question to answer. For anyone who's been paying attention, which we have. So here is your answer. Nobody died and appointed William anything. He simply showed up, saw you, knew what needed to be done about your infestation, and did it. It may seem like he's God to you, and frankly, from your POV, that's a fair assessment. If that's the case, then get ready for the irony. Raxxo, you appointed him God by trying to make a career online. Basically, if he is a god, you summoned him. Congrats!
Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be providing commentary on his gameplay. Hey! This is great! Look at him struggling to set up the controls. If he sees the cheat option, you just know he's aching to use it. If he didn't, then he didn't. Either way, get ready for a slaughter, eventually.
Like, seriously. Who died and made you God? Because last time I checked, you don't own me. You don't own my life. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. You're not my music manager. You're not my manager for my content creating. You're none of that shit to me.
Well, yesterday he was the guy who supposedly bricked all of your Prime gaming and live stream gear. Even the first Xbox. So, while he may not be your father, manager, or anything else you mentioned, he does indeed dominate your life. Hell, this ridiculous call-out is proof of that. Oh, and on a side note, has anyone else noticed a change in his facial expressions lately? His eyes seem even more misaligned, and the way his muscles move kind of reminds the meatbag of a stroke victim. Maybe it's just the camera playing tricks. Maybe he's falling apart. Time will tell.
Which leads me to my next question. With you doing all this shit against me, how long do you really think it's gonna be before you get arrested for the shit you've done?
Again, can't answer for him. However, we calculate a 99.99999 with a line over it % chance he will not be arrested for anything you believe he's done.
I mean, come on. First you stopped one of my friends 2 different times from sending me packages, both of which you had rerouted, and now you're trying to stop another friend of mine from sending me a package. You do realize that that's actually a federal crime, right?
Inquiry. When did it become illegal to talk people out of sending gifts to hebephile losers? Error. No such law exists.
And on the game front, Jesus meaty me. We're gonna have to speed this setup debacle up a tad.
Tampering with someone's mail is a federal crime. Don't believe me? Look it up. Ask any law enforcement officer. Ask any judge. See, you're making up this excuse of, oh, I'm doing this to keep an eye on you to make sure you don't do anything stupid. No, you're not. You're just doing it because you want to be a little fucking asshole. That's all it is. You're doing it because you want to see me suffer.
Observation. Hey, dum-dum. You do understand that both could be true, right? Anyone concerned about children being tricked into becoming goblin wanking material would want to keep an eye on what you're doing. And for someone as reprehensible as yourself, indeed, watching you suffer as a direct result of the things you do is quite enjoyable.
I mean, those are your words, not mine. So you can't play the whole, oh, I'm doing it to keep an eye on you. No. It don't work like that, homie. You already said your piece earlier last year. Matter of fact, it was right before New Year's when you said that all you wanted for New Year's was to see me suffer as much as possible.
Well, that was pretty gross. Thanks for the tongue action, Raxxo, but no thanks. Try to keep that slimy sludge swimmer in your mouth, please.
Meaty Me's characters are on the left. This first match he manages to win, mostly because it seems like the computer decided to smoke a bowl or something. Did you see how many times it didn't attack? Things get harder fast, though.
And a few months prior, you flat out made these dumbass rules, which no one follows anyway, where you specifically said that I'm not allowed to have friends, be happy, or make any money.
Correction. It seems that most people follow the rules, and indeed, you haven't made any money and look pretty miserable to us. So the rules? Working like a charm.
And check out how little energy his team had left. This is not the indicator of someone who is dominating.
So, how are you going to explain that to a judge when your ass gets arrested for tampering with mail?
As we said, the chances of William appearing in court are insignificant. However, you know what, Raxxo? If he did end up in court, he'd most likely be talking to a jury. Where'd you go to law school? Sweet Valley High?
You do realize that by the time this is all said and done, you're going to be looking at well over, and I mean well over 12 years in federal prison for the shit you've done.
Well over 12 years. You mean well over 12. One can't help wondering what his idea of well over is. 13, 15, 500 years? Your guess is as good as ours.
You are aware of this, right?
Wrong.
And when you get out, you're not going to be allowed to come near me. You and your friends aren't going to be allowed to talk to me.
No. See, even if by some unforeseen quirk William did go to prison, as long as you're online trying to make a career in social media, you'll always hear from his friends, and even people who don't know him, both because your content sucks and you're a pervy sicko.
And I'll be free. So, my question to you is this again. Who died and made you God? And what makes you think you run my life, because you don't?
Here's why you told us he runs your life.
Let me name off every single crime that you committed against me in the last 2 months. And not just against me, but other people as well. Starting off with number 1, over $2,000 in property damages to me, including 2 Xboxes, 2 computers, and 2 hard drives. Adding up to a grand total of $2,900 plus in property damages. Crime number 2. Now this one's a good one, and this one ain't even about me, this is about somebody else. You having Kira's new little boyfriend who's a troll of yours, secretly record a sex tape of Kira without her knowledge or consent. And then you then had her boyfriend send you the video so you could sit there and blackmail them with it. And you also went against YouTube's terms of services by boasting about how that video was for sale on YouTube. You went around on your YouTube channel, which I have full video coverage of. I have the original post and everything on video in real time of you talking about how that video's for sale over on certain porn sites. That not only goes against YouTube's terms of service, that's also illegal as fuck for you to do. Now, crime number 3. Pretending to be a Microsoft account worker. Pretending to be a staff member of Microsoft themselves. Also, you can obtain my personal information and my Xbox account.
So yeah, it sure sounds like you think he's running your life.
Oh boy, from here on out he pretty much gets his ass kicked and has to beg the computer to be easier on him until he wins. The great dying begins.
So William, if I was you, bro, I'd enjoy the little time that I have left if I was you, because here real soon, and I mean real soon, you're gonna be getting arrested by the police in your area for everything that you've done to me. They have all the proof they need.
Jesus, Raxxo, it's starting to seem like you couldn't give a proper time estimate if your life depended on it. So we'll do that for you, real soon. Okay, now when the meatbag says that, he usually means within the next couple of weeks. Let's be liberal in our conversion of human to goblin time and say a month. If 30, we mean when 30 days pass and William is not in the clink, we're gonna declare the goblin's assertion to be false. Again.
They know where you're at. You can't hide. Your stuff, here's how it's gonna work. Here's how the breakdown of all this stuff's gonna work. First, you're gonna get arrested by police, and they're gonna haul you in, and you're gonna be sitting in booking, and you'll have to go through that whole process of that. And then federal agents are gonna come in, seize all your electronics. They're gonna seize everything. And when they do seize everything, they're gonna find everything that you've done to me. They're gonna find your Discord. They're gonna find your Facebook. They're gonna see your YouTube channel. And you're gonna be sitting in prison for a very long time. So get used to it, William. You say my time's up? My time's only beginning. My time for success is coming very soon. But your time is soon to be up, my boy. So, a bit of advice. Enjoy.
So, what do you all suppose he's gonna say in mid-May, when William is still kicking his dumb ass up and down the information superhighway? Will he blame the police? Again. Will he double down? Again. Will he forget he even said this? Again. The options are limited.
Okay, now we're just gonna watch him pretty much get destroyed. To the tune of fight songs. There won't be much commentary. His performance is poor to bad. However, we're gonna turn the sound back on so you can hear him lose.
That's alright, I'll get by these guys, don't worry.
No, you won't, meaty me. You're gonna lose. Again.
You lose again. Congrats! By giving the enemy only 1/3 of their normal energy, you managed to eke out a win. What a trooper.
This guy gives Meaty Me a major headache.
You lose again.
Spoiler, he loses again. Does anyone else notice Raxxo is not using any special moves? We don't think he's handicapping himself, at least not on purpose. He probably just doesn't know how.
You lose again.
Spoiler, he loses again.
You lose again.
Spoiler, he loses again.
Now you're a man. Oh, this song rocks. You lose again.
What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he
Spoiler, he loses again.
No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a man. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Now you're a my, oh. My, oh my, man. Now you're a man. M-A-N, man. Now you're a moron.
Anyway, that's going to do it for this look at Raxxo's non-tent and blathering. We're sure there'll be more in the near future. Oh, and he did finally beat this boss by decreasing its life to a third, Mr. Tough Guy. Thank you all for watching. Have a splendid 96 hours.